Hello, my name's Gary Schotten, and I'm so happy to be here with you again as a part of Inspiring Better Business. Today we're going to talk about the subject of gaining wisdom. Wow, everybody wants wisdom. How do we get wisdom? What kind of wisdom do we want to get? And I want to discuss that and maybe disclose a little secret that I found that would be of great help to you. First of all, the common way to think about this is reading books, go to seminars, study things, go Google, search internet. You know, that's pretty well knowledge. Wisdom is something that you apply with all the knowledge that you have. And I suggest that wisdom is something that you gain after you've gotten some knowledge. Now, we could call most that we find on the internet man's wisdom. I really want to go for God's wisdom. I'm open about my belief in God. I'm open to my belief that God is the provider and giver of all good wisdom. It says that throughout the Bible. And I want that kind of wisdom, not just man's wisdom. Well, there's that, I mentioned, a hidden law that not always just glares right out. I call it to gain wisdom, you've got to learn that you must be giving wisdom to other people. Wow, what does that mean? In foreign countries, we know that there's a kind of an issue that if you open up a shop or you become successful in an area, that you might want to hoard the knowledge that you have. You may not want to share that information with other people. And certainly there's things that we call technical things that you do not always have to share all that. But there's business things and certain things that you could select that would help other people in business. It's not just that. If you're going to be a great guitarist or a great speaker, you should coach and mentor someone else in the skill of playing guitar or in the skill of being a speaker. I mean, this is a law that's universal. It's not just for business, but it certainly applies for business. So you want to know that the God-given wisdom that you want, that hidden law could well be that you're missing is you've got to be willing to share some of the wisdom that you have now with somebody that's coming behind you, that you're helping someone. I'm just telling you, it's a law. I'm sure of it. I'm as sure as the sun comes up tomorrow that this is one of the keys that you must be willing to share. And you got to think of it this way. There's no limit to the wisdom. You think, okay, well, I know this much. I don't want to share it because that's all I have. No, if you share it, then more will come to you. I guarantee it. Well, think of it this way. If you had a container that you're filling water, and you were filling that water in any way, at some point that container is going to get full. And you probably are going to stop filling the container because you're making an absolute mess on the ground or in your house or someplace, because overfilling the container would cause overflow, which is going to be a mess, and you would stop. That's what I believe God says. I've given you wisdom. I've given you all that you can handle. Make room for more wisdom by giving some away, giving it up, explaining and helping someone else. Again, there's no limit to the opportunities behind you. You think that you're going to run out of wisdom. It's impossible. We're discovering things that were not even thought of 100 years ago. Some things were not even thought of 10 years ago. Keep in mind that the smartphone has only been here 10 years. And do you know how much information we have on our phones now? It is absolutely ridiculous, all the things I can do with my phone. And guess what? It's not even started to begin. They're thinking of more new things. That's how you make money. You think of a new thing that nobody else has thought of, but it's not a man-made thing. I believe that God gives wisdom. You see, a lot of the man-made stuff is just rehashing what you heard. Somebody reads a book and they learn how to teach that material to someone else. That's good, but it's not the best. Well, I got to give you some examples. In our talks we do that, and I hope I don't look like I'm bringing attention to myself, but I'm just going to tell you I've lived and operated giving out wisdom, giving out help to others. When I was much younger and my children were quite small, I was a Sunday school teacher at my local church. I taught primarily the junior high boys because they needed a man to talk man to them. They're all just kind of getting their oats a little bit. They're kind of becoming more rambunctious and need a little more authority. But for a couple of years, I taught 2s, 3s, and 4-year-olds. 2s, 3s, and 4-year-olds. Guess what I did? I recruited my teenage kids, they were, 10, 11, and 12-year-old, to be my helper. And I had them come in and give the wisdom they had to the 2s, 3s, and 4-year-old. It worked really well. I had built-in labor, I had built-in help, and they were being challenged. Then when I was a teenager, working with teenagers, I was always willing to help teenagers in different ways. I want to help the teenagers. They're coming through a tough time. Then as an adult, just on teaching how to write a business plan, I learned from a source the process of teaching on how to write a business plan. My buddy Jim and I were the longest lasting continual seminar at our local public library in the business department. We were 10 years straight. Once a month, we missed very few months in 10 years that we were put on a seminar for anybody who wants to come free, how to write a business plan. We had fun doing it, but I was giving out of my experience. Guess what? What I'm doing right now is giving you insight in my life, insight in things that I've learned. I'm giving out of my fullness, out of my abundance, the things that's been given to me. And you just don't know how many things I'm thinking about doing. My wife's saying, slow down a little bit. The people that work with me, they're always joking around. I always have some new ideas. And they're fresh new ideas. They're not something that I called rehashed or second nature. I have fresh, new, innovative ideas that other people have not thought of, or at least I didn't learn it from these other people. And over time I say, yep, that's God, because other people will learn of this, but not in a chain reaction, because wisdom is out there. Grab it, gain it, use it, but use God kinds of wisdom. Now, don't be naive to think that your mistakes are part of the learning process. And, that's where you're going to learn the most. I guarantee you, every time something goes super smooth, never have a hiccup, never have a problem, never have a challenge, you did not learn much. But you have a challenge in business, that's probably there, could be there, because you need to learn something. So don't despise two things. Don't despise the days of small beginnings, and don't despise a little mistake. Now, the step-by-step process means you don't want to fold or call bankruptcy. So you have just setbacks, not complete disasters. So grow step by step. Embrace those things that are considered setbacks or mistakes. Learn from them, but give out what you've got. Oh, I don't know anybody to give. Make yourself available. Someone needs to know something that you have. Well, I hope these help. Hope this is beneficial to you. I'm glad to be a part of your life through Inspiring Better Business. Thank you.